What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Nerd Edition of Action Pack Sunday, and I'm back to the well of some Van Damme movies. This one, I came across my search when I was looking for some stuff over the week, and of course I decided, you know what, how about I just go back to find some more Van Damme movies, and this one I found. So this one is Desert Heat, although its European release was entitled Inferno. Don't ask me why the difference of a name change. So I remember seeing this movie when I was maybe like 13, like 10, 12 years old, somewhere in there. But anyway, and I remember seeing, okay, and that was introduced me to Jean-Claude Van Damme, but boy, I thought it was like a really intense movie. But of course, after rewatching it several years later, my God, I realized how bad of a movie this is. Like, I've seen some good Van Damme movies. This was not the best, but because there was just so much wrong about this movie that made me just question myself. Is like, what were they thinking? So pretty much Van Damme plays a guy named Eddie Lomax. He's just a depressed alcoholic war vet. And he's just driving into the desert, just, wants to check himself in a stupor, then gets himself entangled in this web of, how do I say this? He gets his bike stolen, he gets shot, almost gets shot to death, and, pretty much is left for dead in the desert, and then essentially just a revenge thrower. But yeah, I'm like, that's the only purpose of it. But I felt like it was more of that meets a Western. But I thought that was a pretty cool, interesting thing that, to me, that I felt was more of this movie. So it was more or less more like a Western than like a martial arts movie. But there was some martial arts action. As for the supporting cast, I was surprised. I forgot, like, let's see, Danny Trejo was in this movie, and Pat Morita, yeah. Mr. Miyagi is in this movie, even though his is like a minor role. But these guys are like, how would I say, those interesting characters that you would probably meet in like a cafe or find on a bus kind of thing. Interesting, entangled ensemble of characters, and also a super young Jamie Presley. Even though her role is once again a minor role, yeah, it's just really, really interesting. It had something there, but something just fell flat. And the whole part of it's just a dumb revenge plot. All he just wants is his bike back. Really? Come on, you could have thought of anything better. But of course, it just goes further deeper than that. Upon a second review, it's like, oh shit, this town's essentially being run by this corrupt family, and these three brothers and their father kind of thing. And also, it's like it's just I see where the whole Western thing kind of feels it and fits into this. I also read that this was also a remake of a Japanese movie called Yojimbo. I'm like, okay, so it's essentially kind of similar plot. So yeah, there's not much else I can say. I did like the action. I kind of like the setting. They shot this in the Mojave, which was crazy. I feel like, man, if you're gonna film a movie in the desert, Jesus Christ, have fun with it. Of course, make sure you drink up, because I heard some people almost died of dehydration on set, but. Yeah, that's all I can say. Talk about dedication, and of course, this was one of John G. Avildsen's movies before he died, like literally last year. Like he directed a few others, but this one, I heard that he wanted his name removed from the credits because he felt this was a bad movie, and I agree. This was definitely not the best Van Damme movie. Yeah, but it had, like I said, it has some moments, but just really need to work out the kinks. I felt like if they just had a much more better impetus, on why he wants revenge, and maybe much more deeper meaning of story, and more three-dimensional characters, I think in this movie would have been a hell of a lot better. I think it would have racked in more money at the box office, because this flopped and it went straight to DVD, along with a couple of other Sony pictures that one of them also starred Van Damme, which was Universal Soldier: The Return. Of course, that's just here or there. So yeah. Even, a repeat viewing after many years, yeah, it's aged badly. It's not good. I'd say avoid this movie at all costs, but there's plenty of other good Van Damme movies you would definitely enjoy. So, Desert Heat, I'm giving this like a measly maybe 4 out of 10, because it had some good things, but the rest there was nothing else there. Okay, that's pretty much all I can say at this point. All right, so that does it for this week. Thumbs this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome videos.